With great pleasure, I introduce Deneen Borelli.
Well, good afternoon, Patriots. I think you can do a little better than that. I said good afternoon, Patriots. It is a beautiful day for liberty today. I am honored to be here this afternoon because we are here, my friends, to reignite liberty. I didn't say we're here to fundamentally transform America, but we are here to reignite liberty because America is an exceptional country. And I am living proof that America is an exceptional country. Where else could someone start out living in a basement apartment, eating ramen noodles night after night after night because that was all I could afford, and end up as a leading conservative activist, a TV commentator, and an author? Only in America. And if I can adopt conservative principles on my own, if I can adopt them, anybody can. Anybody can. And now I am on the front lines defending liberty to keep the doors of opportunity open for everyone. I wrote my book, Blacklash: How Obama and the Left Are Driving Americans to the Government Plantation. I wrote my book to sound the alarm that our country is at a crossroads. And it will take each and every one of us to play our role to rein in this government that has gone wild. And in Blacklash, I discuss my evolution from citizen on the sidelines to activist on the front lines. And it's a 24-hour gig. 24 hours, radio, TV, writing commentaries. It doesn't end. It doesn't end. And like many black individuals, when I was growing up, I was only exposed to certain messages from the black liberal establishment. And I'm talking about within the black community, the community activists, the media, certain black ministers. It's the same message over and over again. They advertise that blacks need special treatment, blacks are victims, the misfortunes in the black community is the fault of white individuals. That's the message that I heard, and sadly, it's the same message today. And it is sad. And I am challenging that message. I'm challenging that message because through my experiences, I learned that it's hard work and perseverance that get people ahead in life, not playing the victim card, the race card, or blaming others. It's hard work and perseverance. I grew up in New Jersey, oldest of 3 girls. As a matter of fact, I took the scenic route to get to where I am today. And I am darn proud of that scenic route. Many jobs I had I was not thrilled with, but I always made the best of every opportunity I was able to take advantage of. And I tell you, I left home in my early 20s, no money, didn't have any money, had to figure out my own way in life, but what I really wanted to do when I was younger was to be a fashion model. You couldn't tell me I was not going to be a famous fashion model, gracing the covers of magazines and walking the runways in Paris or whatever. You couldn't tell me. But the bills I had told me, this ain't working. this isn't working. You got to figure out something else. And so when I left home, I knew in the back of my mind and in my heart I could go back home. The door was always open, but I also knew that wasn't what I wanted to do. I wanted to make it on my own because America is an exceptional country and the opportunities are out there. I just had to find them and make them work for me. Had to find them. I was hired at Philip Morris USA in New York City. Now, at the time, I was a young girl. What was fortunate for me, I could type over 100 words a minute and shorthand over 80 words a minute. Those were the skills that got me in the door. I was making more money than my mother, so I knew I was onto something. Was able to work there for 20 years. My parents didn't have any money to send me to college, so I went to college through the tuition reimbursement program. It took me 11 years of going to school at night while working full-time, but let me say this, no student loans, and I am the first college graduate in my family. Because America is an exceptional country. If you had asked me 5 years ago, where do you see yourself 5 years from now, it would not have been that I'm an author, I'm a Fox News contributor, I'm a sought-after speaker at numerous events around the country. I could not have planned anything I am doing today. And I am so thankful and grateful for every opportunity that has come before me. I didn't make it on the cover of Vogue, but I did make it on the cover of my own book. And I am really thrilled to be the outreach director with Freedom Works because we stand for liberty. We have a pro-liberty message. Lower taxes, less government, more freedom. That is the message that should resonate with everyone, everyone. And I arrived at where I am today because America is an exceptional country. And I use my story to promote liberty to all Americans. Because what I do is I point out the failures of big government, the failures of Obama's progressive agenda, and I promote the conservative principles, especially within the Black community. That's what I do. Because it's liberty, not government, that allows us to pursue our dreams. It's liberty. I wrote Blacklash to expose the failures of big government. Government spends way too much of our money. We're $17 trillion in debt and counting. Our hard-earned tax dollars are going to renewable energy science projects on behalf of President Obama. We are hardworking Americans enslaved by the debt that our country has incurred. We are enslaved. We have to pay that money back. Our children, our grandchildren, we have to pay that money back. Government overreach. Anytime government is too big, our liberties are reduced. It's out of control. Even the New York City mayor, Bloomberg, he wants to control what you eat, what you drink, salt, trans fat, sugar. Government overreach is looting us of our liberties. Progressives, such as President Obama, Nancy Pelosi, Harry Reid, they think we're too stupid to know what's best for us and for our families. This is what we are up against. These progressive mandates will destroy the middle class and construct huge barriers against upward mobility. It's up to us to take a stand. In Blacklash, I also take on the Black liberal establishment. Jesse Jackson, Al Sharpton, President Obama, the list goes on and on. I expose their failures within the Black community because they are doing a disservice to the Black community. They are dividing our country. Why is that? It's the grand distraction. It's a grand distraction. Obama has a war against hard-working Americans. He believes in the power of big government and not in the power of the individual. The way to reach Black individuals is to lead with facts and not party labels. The facts speak for themselves. Over 47 million Americans are on food stamps. Let me put this in perspective for you. More citizens on food stamps than in the state of California. There's something wrong here. Obama's redistribution of wealth is not working. Obama's energy policy is not working. Obamacare is not working. Obama has a war against American prosperity. And his war especially hits the Black community the most. Let's look at education. Obama is opposed to school choice, opposes school choice. Obama wanted to end the DC Opportunity Scholarship Program when he came into office, a voucher program mostly for disadvantaged Black children in Washington. Ironically, John Boehner, the white guy, saved the program. He saved the program. His effort gave some disadvantaged children a shot in our country, a shot for the American dream. Obama's always talking about giving people a fair shot. This is the shot that our young children need, a quality education where parents are in control of where their child goes to school. But President Obama had no problem sending these poor, disadvantaged Black children to failing public schools. Currently, the graduation rate in DC's public schools is about 55%. With this voucher program in DC, the graduation rate is 91%. And tragically, Obama's 2014 budget once again ends funding for this program. But meanwhile, on Planet Obama and Michelle Obama's planet, their daughters go to an elite private school. They're all set. They have their quality education in the bag. Never mind the other children and what they have to go through on a daily basis. Let's look at the economy. In the Black community, unemployment is over 13%, about twice the rate of white Americans. Black teen unemployment, over 40%. These numbers are staggering. These numbers are not getting better. Average incomes in the Black community are down 11%. Gasoline prices have doubled under President Obama. I live in New York. It's over $4 a gallon. $4.10 a gallon. Since Blacks have lower average income rates than other ethnic groups, they are hit the hardest by rising energy prices. High energy prices are regressive, meaning those least able to afford higher energy prices are unable to. Low income, fixed income household, poor income household. So despite these grim facts, and these are facts, you can't distort the facts. Despite these facts, Obama was able to garner over 90% of the Black vote. Can anyone here explain that to me? You hit them with the facts. Why are you going this way with your vote? Well, as the outreach director with FreedomWorks, clearly I have a lot of work to do. Obama's second term, his policies are only going to make things worse in our country, and we've already witnessed it. Obama's promise to address climate change means his war on fossil fuels continues. He refuses to approve the Keystone XL pipeline. The pipeline would create thousands of jobs, put more energy online, and lower our energy prices, but he refuses to move forward on it. And this is especially important given the rising tensions in the Middle East. Refuses to move on it. Obama's centralized energy policy, he picks the winners and the losers. The winners are the green energy companies. Obama is giving them our tax dollars, and I'm talking billions of dollars of our hard-earned tax money. And the losers are the fossil fuel companies, coal, oil, natural gas. His war on coal is bankrupting the coal industry. Thousands of coal miners are out of jobs. What are these families supposed to do if that is one of the biggest job suppliers where they reside? Coal-fired utilities are closing. That means higher utility prices are on the way. Coal company stocks are crashing. Peabody coal stock was about $20 a share. Today, around $20 a share. They are the largest coal company. In April 2011, it was around $70 a share. And it gets worse. Alpha Natural Resources stock was selling for $70 a share in 2011. Today, $7 a share. Patriot Coal went bankrupt. And now thousands of retirees are scrambling to find out how their $2 billion of pension and health care benefits are going to be covered. $2 billion. Advancing policies that benefit the business elite is wrong. Sending thousands of Americans to the unemployment line is not only wrong, but it's cruel. It's in time, Obama's war on coal will deliver, he's going to deliver on his promise to make utility prices skyrocket. Clearly, we have the facts on our side, but that's not enough. To reach the Black community, we need the right messengers with the right tools and compelling stories. And given the circumstances, the significant skepticism that most Blacks have for conservatives and the conservative message, it's best for Black messengers to reach open-minded individuals, to turn them around for the conservative policies. And I say open-minded because, let's face it, there are some people you will just not be able to reach, and you just need to cut them loose because they are dead weight. I see it all the time, family, friends, all the time. Trust me. So I say those who are open-minded. And in a perfect world, color shouldn't matter who's delivering the message, but we don't live in a perfect world, unfortunately. So this is what has worked for me. My life story resonates with many Black individuals. Blacklash, my book, is a good tool, a good resource. Reverend C.L. Bryant, the maker of the Runaway Slave movie, another tool, another good resource under FreedomWorks. My visibility on Fox News has led to many Black individuals contacting me, coming out of the closet, so to speak, to freely talk about conservative principles and conservative values. They thank me for what I do. They thank me for my message. I could never do what you do because I would be targeted and criticized by my family and friends and coworkers. This is America, right? People aren't supposed to talk and say how they really feel. This is what Black conservatives are up against. And the closet conservatives, I hope and pray, are waking up and coming out to be more vocal because it's for the country. It's not about the individual. This is for the country. If I cared what people thought, I would have never left home. I don't care what people think. I care about country. Another thing I've been able to do is establish a great relationship with Black conservatives who are beginning to stand on their own. Sean Hannity has been tremendous on Fox News. He recently had, yes, a 1-hour special with a studio audience of Black conservatives. Some of them I invited, the ones I met on social media. They were thrilled to be in the public eye to tell their story of what they are up against. And I applaud Sean for doing so. He is also planning to do more of these programs. So this is building excitement in the Black community because these individuals are taking the message home. They're taking the message home. Most gratifying is the feedback that I get from people. The feedback has been unbelievable. And so it takes courage for people to take a stand for liberty. I get it, I understand it. It takes courage. At FreedomWorks, we have built a website called empower.org. And it's a community for Black conservatives to network, come together, get information, and spread the word. Empower.org, because it is about building communities and building relationships. And as you can imagine, being a Black conservative is not easy. The name calling is the least of it. Aunt Jemima, Uncle Tom, traitor, token, sellout, names I can't say in public. That's the least of it. The words on social media is not the problem. Again, it's the family, friends, and co-workers who vilify these individuals because they think different. Holidays can be a problem. Whew. Yeah. The workplace can also be a problem. The significant social pressures makes the internet community, such empower.org, even that much more important. So empower.org, please tell your friends. So now I'll move on to the messages. The messages for me are clear. With Obama, we have his actual words, his actions. It's on video. Hit them with the facts. Don't be afraid to bring up the facts. Pull up your iPad and show them a YouTube video. Electricity rates will necessarily skyrocket. No, you didn't build that. You need the government to do that. Pull up the facts. Because, why does Obama oppose school vouchers? It's on YouTube. Why won't Obama approve the Keystone XL pipeline? What good can come from bankrupting the coal industry? What good will come from wanting electricity prices to skyrocket? It's pretty clear. You can't dispute the facts. Why was a significant amount of taxpayer money given to Obama's special interest group friends in big business? And why is Al Sharpton rich and you're not? But finally, most important, reaching new Black individuals to come under the conservative umbrella is about establishing a relationship. Don't just show up on election day a week or so before, or it's coming up to another re-election, let me get out and, no, it's a relationship. It's an ongoing conversation, an ongoing discussion. These individuals need to be incorporated within the events that you do, the events you put on, the meetings that you hold, not just during election time. We had grassroots activists with FreedomWorks, a lot of minorities from around the country who are now part of local grassroots networks. They come into DC, they're trained, and they go home and they take the message home to their communities. Some of these individuals have been back to DC several times. Just this past week, this tax day on Monday, FreedomWorks released the new Fair Deal plan. Flat tax, more empowerment for people, less government spending, and no corporate handouts, the new Fair Deal. So as I close, it's obvious that it's going to take a lot of hard work and patience and determination, but that's with any meaningful goal. It can be done. And also, I would be more than happy to come to your community, come to your events, come to your groups, because America is an exceptional country, and the message of conservative principles, smaller government, lower taxes, less spending, resonates with all Americans, because that is what brings about opportunities. And let me just leave you with this thought. Our country does not guarantee you success, but liberty guarantees you the opportunity to succeed. And I want to know if there are any folks in this room today who are going to take the stand for liberty. Don't be afraid to be called names and be criticized and targeted by anyone. America is an exceptional country, and it's going to take each and every one of us to play your role. Don't wake up one day and say, what happened? I didn't know. You know. And it starts with you. It starts now. Stop just meeting and having coffees and teas. Get in the trenches. Talk about the facts and let people decide for themselves. Play your role. I'm playing my role. I want to know who's with me today to play their role. Will you stand for liberty? I hope you will stand for liberty. I thank you for your time. God bless you. And God bless America. Thank you. Thank you.